Ebola virus disease is a highly contagious infectious zoonotic disease with no effective cure or vaccine currently available. Ebola outbreaks amongst the gorilla population in Central Africa has killed up to 95% of the vulnerable local populations. Along with poaching and habitat loss, infectious disease is now considered a major threat to the African apes. The first human outbreak of Ebola was identified in Democratic Republic of Congo in 1976, where people suffered from hemorrhagic fever of unknown origin. Affected individuals suffered rapidly intensifying fever, severe muscle pain and debilitating weakness, as well as diarrhea and vomiting, internal and external bleeding, leading up to high mortality. It is now known that while plants, arthropods and birds could act as potential reservoir for the virus, bats are the most likely carrier that transmits the disease. In this study, the researchers' prime objective was to assess the recovery potential of a western lowland gorilla population in Levrero, located in a national park of the Republic of the Congo, following a major Ebola outbreak. This study was completed over a 10-year period on 4 separate occasions: before the outbreak, during the outbreak, and 2 and 6 years after the outbreak in 2004. The size of the population dropped from 380 gorillas to less than 40 individuals after the outbreak. The population then remained relatively stable for 6 years. Overall, the population seemed to be on recovery, with several new individuals immigrating to the affected population. In the absence of further environmental catastrophes, population has a potential to recover, though low gorilla density in the area and the slow generation turnover time of this species will make the recovery very slow. In terms of conservation, this study underlines that the preservation of large areas for a conservation purpose is critical. Relying on one population is associated with higher risk, hence protection from the large areas to allow metapopulation dynamics is critical, meaning gorillas from different subpopulations to be able to interact freely to improve the gene pool. Based on this study, the Lecrero's gorilla population is expected to take at least 60 years for its complete recovery. However, this estimation may be optimistic, given that another journal published in 2011 suggested that 131 years is more realistic, given the high mortality rates experienced during this 2004 outbreak, and also taking other factors into consideration.